Hi Pisces, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a tarot reading for all Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thanks to everybody for all the support. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you, all of you. And I will soon have a 4-month predictive reading coming out for those of you who like those. That will cover September through the end of the year, so that's a lot of fun when we do have those. And if you're new here, welcome. I post new readings on Friday, then again on Monday. So if a reading doesn't fit, just come back in a couple of days. Fridays are always a general reading, so today's reading will bring in aspects of money, love, career, moving, all the good stuff. Mondays are a different style every week. And if you like tarot and you like the channel, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to Higher Source Tarot. What advice do you have for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Pisces need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all involved with Pisces? Messages for Pisces, please. All right, so we'll do the tarot, then we'll have the angel answers. The Eight of Cups, the hero's journey. We've got Judgment, the King of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, partnerships expand, 222 we've got here. So I do feel like you have a partnership that's about to expand here. You've got angels singing, okay? You've got this energy here of a real turning point in your life. And I do feel like, too, if things have been a little bit lackluster, like it just was kind of like, what am I meant to be doing here? Where am I going next? I do feel like with that energy of the Eight of Cups, you're going to be on the right track. I mean, this is the hero's journey, yes. But it's moving on to something with deeper meaning. If it's a job change with the Page of Pentacles, now he's also the lifelong student. So if it's even like a career change or something where you're going to get more certification. So maybe you decide you've been a teacher for a number of years, you're retiring, but you've always loved astrology, and you're going to do like an online class or something like that. And I do feel like somebody here has a call. It's like that call to order is what I keep hearing, but a calling of some other sort that I feel like you have an opportunity there to go and explore and make something of it. But with this too, it is saying that you have a new cycle, and it is a cycle that brings in depth. Now, if you are in a place in your life where you feel like you don't have many friends, because I'm getting that too, like somebody feels like kind of a loner, like you're often alone, and solitude is okay, but it's starting to tip a little bit, feel more like isolation. I do feel like you're going to find a way out of that to start connecting with people, and it may even be things online, and I don't mean exclusively, but I mean groups and things that actually meet up in real life. I also get too, somebody having like an opportunity like with a neighbor or somebody who moves in, starting to make friends branch out a little bit. But I also feel like it's you taking some action too with that. And so if it has been a time where you say, yeah, I felt kind of isolated, I just feel like you're going to get into a position here where you're going to get deeper relationships, where it's not just people who are friendly, but they're inclusive, okay? They want real friendships, okay? Not just being nice, but actually including you. There's a difference, isn't there? So with the energy of Judgment, I mentioned before, this is a real turning point. And I feel like, too, with this, there's something important here with these 2 twos and Judgment. I do feel like you're bringing in a relationship. And some, too, if you say, I want nothing to do with love, it may even just be meeting somebody who's going to be like a best friend, because I do get kind of this undercurrent of just being just a little bit isolated, and we know that's not good to do too long. But I'd also say too, if there's something here with a job change, it is going to bring in more money. It's going to be a match. So I feel like with the energy of Judgment, it's a decision. You've got a decision coming in. It is a tipping point, but it brings everything forward. What it offers you is sort of a fresh view on things. It brings in new experiences. So if, like I said, things were kind of drab in your life, kind of ho-hum, like you've just been going through the motions, here's where things come alive again. Look, these people, they're rising up out of coffins. All right. So it is really, truly a time where the energy shifts. And with this too, it's like having a new lease on life. It's that new beginning. The next card after this is the World. And so when we look at the major arcana, this is when you get a real big realization about your life. And so Judgment is an important card here. So I do feel like you have some kind of information that comes in, Pisces, that's going to move everything forward. But it also feels like freedom too. So if you've been waiting on a decision, especially too if it's financially related, like there was some kind of a thought that you owed money or something like that, you may get let off the hook for something. I mean, you know, I shouldn't have maybe said it quite like that, but I do feel like with this, whatever it is, if there's been something burdensome or it's been like, when this happens, then I can, and it's really been holding you up, I do feel like with this is what's going to free you, and it's going to help you to just flourish. Speaking of flourishing, the King of Wands wants nothing more than to do everything with speed and excitement and doing things so confidently. This is not feeling insecure at all. This is the kind of thing where you start waltzing into new arenas. All right. You start to walk into new places. I also feel like too, somebody here with a job change, if it's not a promotion, it quickly will be. And it may be too, I'm just going to be blunt about this. If you have a job change, there may be a lack of employees, which also might help you to move up the ladder quite quickly. So it may actually be you get promoted a bit out of your skill set, but with the lifelong student here in this, what I'm getting is they will train you. So they're not going to put you in a situation where you're like, oh my God, I have no clue what I'm doing. When they figure this out, I'm going to lose my job, you know, that sort of thing. No, I feel like they'll be upfront and acknowledge that and say, look, and what I also get too is they'll be appreciative to you for being willing to do it. I feel like somebody here, you're going to be put into a position where you have to kind of step up into something. But with this King of Wands, it's like, go for it, baby. This is the kind of energy where you say, I'm doing it. I know this seems risky. I know this doesn't seem like something I normally might do. But with this King of Wands, you have a confidence that is second to none. And so this charismatic energy too will serve you well if you're interviewing for a job, or if you do anything with like real estate or sales or something like that, or even teaching. If you have to teach a class, or even it doesn't matter what kind of class. It could be a boot camp class, or it could be a college level class, and you go, you know, they had a doctorate level position and I thought I'd be an adjunct because I've got a master's, and the next thing you know, I'm in that job. That sort of thing, okay, is what this will do. You command a presence. And so with the Two of Wands, life is about to expand. This is that energy of the visionary, but it's not just visualizing. It's not just taking stock. It's not just looking around and seeing where can I go next. It's taking the action. So with the Two of Wands, life is about to take off. You know, the Ace kind of gives you the Ace of Wands gives you the excitement, the ideas, the saying, let's go for it. The Two of Wands is where you say, I'm taking the action. I'm not standing still anymore. This is where I'm going to move forward. So in a relationship too, I mentioned this briefly, you've got a relationship that's going to expand here. Partnerships in any way expand, but I do feel like with a relationship, you have somebody coming in here, and it may be one where you really spend the time getting to know each other first, or if you're friends already, I feel like there's a friendship here that turns into more than a friendship, and it makes it easy. It's like you're totally comfortable with whoever this is, so you can just be yourself. There's no guardedness here, and I also feel like too, your future plans really align with one another. There's sort of a sense of adventure in this relationship, like wanting to get out and do new things, wanting to explore. I keep seeing somebody in a waterfall, like under a waterfall. So there may be some kind of a hiking or something like that that brings you that place, but it's golden. So the Page of Pentacles brings in hope and new offers. So I mentioned before, I do feel like somebody here is going to have a job offer, and it's not just going to be a lateral move. You're going to be moving on up, and you're going to be moving up quickly. It does offer, though, more education. I mentioned that before a couple of times. Now, in relationships, you have somebody here who covets you, and it could be a friend like we were just talking about, who's already got their eye on you, and they're kind of debating, I feel like, with themselves. Is this a good idea? Is it going to ruin the friendship if it, that sort of thing? But I'm telling you, they're going to be coming in. So whether that does or doesn't, I just feel like that Two of Cups is calling the two of you together. So the Eight of Pentacles shows up to say more money's coming in. You're going to be focused here. So whatever it is that you need to do, you're not only going to have the skills, but you're going to have the focus, the determination to see it all the way through. And with the Eight of Pentacles in terms of relationships, it is building a long future together. It is making plans for the future, but it's also too being in sync with one another, which I got up here somewhere when we were talking about that, really getting each other and really there's great compassion and understanding. Now, I get this for you periodically, and I'm getting it again. If you were in a relationship where you did feel marginalized, where you felt dismissed, where you felt like your partner almost made you feel stupid in some ways, like, and that might have been a little too blunt, but like they just didn't have much respect for your ideas, this one does. Whoever this is. Now, if you're already with that partner, I get they have great respect for your ideas. They wouldn't poo-poo you. They would not do that because they're a Two of Cups. They're a soulmate energy coming right at you. So is it love? Yes. Is it for you? Yes. And whoever this is, I feel like they're here to commit. They're not here just to get to know you. I feel like they're going to be all in. And so with the High Priestess, trust your intuition. You got the card of the Psychic here. You've also got several moons, which reminds me of your own energy, the card of the moon. And you're going to be in flow. You might find, too, that you're a bit analytical. You kind of take things in before you take that leap of faith, but that's going to serve you well. There's not really, even though the King of Wands likes to do things sort of on the fast side, I still feel like this is going to be the prevailing influence where you're really going to look at things and move forward in a way of strength, move forward in a way of, like we said, confidence and security. So let's see here what the angels want to tell you. Pisces, what else does Pisces need to know? Advice for Pisces. Guidance for Pisces, please. Get more information. Well, I feel like it's coming towards you with the High Priestess. We've got look for a sign, those signs and synchronicities. I was seeing somebody in the rain. I just will tell you that because that lightning bolt kind of made me think maybe I should mention that. If you believe, ask, believe, receive. You've got you're ready. And you've got reconsider. So when we do have that, I do feel like with the energy of the High Priestess being here, they're telling you to make sure you evaluate everything. But good things are on the way for you, Pisces. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.